From Fernwood Tonight, coming to you live with your host for tonight, Mr. Barth Kimball. Tonight, Barth's guest will be the Barlow Brothers, Charlie Hagers, Consumer Advisor Lou Moffett, Congressman William Chambers, Happy Kind and the Mirth Makers, and me, I'm Jerry Hubbard. And now, your host and mine, Mr. Barth Kimball.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to yet another half hour with Fernwood's most interesting people, at least one of them. Thank you. We're talking about the cream of the toast at the top of the town. Last night, incidentally, I responded to some gossipy lies printed about me in the Fernwood Courier, and I thought that my response would put that gossip to rest, but no. Apparently, it didn't, not as evidenced by today's issue. Frankly, it's always been my feeling that when you stoop to reply to every little gossipy lie that starts when you really make it big, you know, that's going to be all over the place, people telling this, people telling that, you're just operating on their level. So I will not stoop to gossip about editor Tom Pickwick. I will ignore his finances. Oh, my God. Or his sexual proclivities. So my only recourse is to say that I respect the Courier's freedom of the press, and they must respect my freedom of the use of television, which is, of course, the most powerful medium of communication ever devised. To respond in some small way, that's what I'm going to use it for, to respond in some small way to that pipsqueak of a paper which shouldn't even be fit for your birdcage bottom. So my message tonight to the Fernwood Courier is very, quite simply, Mr. Courier, up yours. Okay, I think that says it, and I think we can get on with the entertainment, okay? Our first guest tonight is a man whose wife needs no introduction to most of you, but who's maybe just a little bit obscure himself. So I'll have to tell you his name. His own wife got the show business bite. Must have in turn bitten him pretty hard because he seems to have caught it too. He's here with us tonight to tell us about a new show business venture of his. Welcome, Mr. Loretta Hagers, Charlie Hagers. Charlie Hagers, what have you got up your sleeve?
Well, Barth, I'll tell you. You know, since you've taken over Loretta's career, the men...
This is true.
No, don't get me wrong. I love that. Oh, I'm very happy about that because that... Really, no, I am. Because that gives me an opportunity to concentrate my managerial talents on promoting some other fine performers that we have right here in Fernwood. You know, Loretta and me, we have been exposed to some terrific acts. And Happy Kind, your band leader right here, Happy Kind, will be happy to tell you, I'm sure, that the music scene in Fernwood is as competitive as slopping time in the hog waller. I mean, it is tough. But there, you have to have something special to get ahead in Fernwood. And we have run across, Loretta and me, a terrific, unique act. I ain't going to tell you any more about...
People can only take so much real meaning. Right. Absolutely, sure.
Yes, right.
I understand. Well, listen, why don't you go ahead and introduce them?
I think
you know them better than we do.
I think I'll do that. You're going to love these guys. This camera over here.
Right there, the red light.
I have to tell you, these guys have such talent, and if you love music, these guys can break your heart and make you feel good all over.
Okay,
folks,
great.
Let's give a real Fernwood welcome to Fernwood's own Barlow Brothers, Harold and Ralph.
Come on.
If you got the time, come on and jump and shout. If you feel the rhythm, come on and feel it out. Stand up and stomp your feet, shake the ground, shake the ground. You can shake it in the street, shake the ground, shake the ground. Mama, don't you lose a beat, shake the ground, shake the ground. Come on, people, get off your seat. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got the time, come on and jump and shout. ground, shake the ground. Shake the ground, shake the ground. Shake the ground, shake the ground. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Shake the ground, shake the ground.
You done fine, fellas. I'm real proud. Thank you, Charlie.
There you go. It's nice to meet you, sir. Thank you.
You guys really got it together.
Well, it's certainly great seeing you. You got quite an unusual act there.
I should say.
Can you tell us maybe a little bit how you got started doing this thing here?
Well, we used to play at parties, you know, and car washes and a few swap meets.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought we needed a gimmick.
So you came up with this idea of 2 harmonicas, huh? I would have thought of that myself. It's terrific.
Yeah, we thought we needed something, and it seemed to be a good idea.
Sure. And I guess it wasn't difficult for you people to fit in together. You are brothers, etc.
Right.
You always been this close?
Oh, yes, we always been this close. Ever since we started playing together, we've always stuck ourselves in the same pants.
Yeah, besides, our parents, you know, they never had a lot of money when we were little, and, you know, they used to make us share clothes.
I'll be darned. So, in other words, you both wear the pants in your family.
Bet you just save a fortune on airplane tickets, too, don't you?
Oh, that's great.
2 for the price of 1.
Absolutely.
Clothes are easy to get, too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, it's nice to see you. They're kind of a...
You know what attracted me to these guys originally, Barth, is the basic warmth of their act.
Sure. Well, that would come from the whole sibling thing, which would be brothers.
Yeah,
Okay?
I know.
Fine. Well, listen, we sure wish you guys all the luck in the world. Or you guy. What do we call
I
it?
don't know. One lump of talent there, whatever it is.
One lump in 2 bodies.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. You don't see that every day. And, well, maybe you can come back and see us again
We'd
sometime.
love to.
Okay?
Yeah.
Charlie,
Thank you.
thanks again
Thank
for
you.
bringing him by. We'll be right back after this message. Here we are again, and our next guest is a gentleman who I don't think is any stranger to anyone. He's been here before. He's kind of a freelance consumer advisor for all of you people here in the state of Ohio. He's here to alert you against possible rip-offs when you're shopping, etc., etc., and you take care of all of that, don't you?
Absolutely.
It's just wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, our friend, Mr. Lou Moffat. Let's hear it. Lou, very quickly, what have you got for us today?
Well, I've been investigating the music business, Barth, and I found something absolutely deplorable going on in the record business today. Rip-offs against the consumer against nostalgia albums like these.
Sure.
It's absolutely incredible what they're putting out on television today. Consumer fraud, if I ever saw it. Because they'll take an album's, for instance, Buck Owens' favorites. I mean, who is Buck Owens? What are these favorites?
Yeah.
Whose favorites are they? They're not your favorites. They're not my favorites.
Are they Bucks?
Exactly. Does the consumer? No, absolutely not. It's terrible. And then again, people advertise 50 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Whose hits? 50 hits of where? The 50s? Are they hits from the 50s? Are there 50 hits? What are they selling?
Could be hits of people over 50.
Exactly. 50-50. Who knows?
50-50, that's our motto.
Okay. You know, in traveling around this great country of ours, I have come across several what I think are acceptable records.
Actually, something you can trust, a real value.
I believe so, Barth, and...
Well, why don't you tell the people about it, because I'm sure they would want to cash in on something like that the same way we would.
Absolutely.
Okay, go for the throat.
Yes. You know, whenever I think of nostalgia, I always think of those golden oldies from the fabulous 50s. You know, those sacred smashes that you can't hear anymore. Those Latin liturgical hymns that you used to hear in church, but you can't hear anymore. Well, you can hear them all once again from Monastery Records. Yes, 50 sacred smashes from that time when you said it in Latin and not in English. Songs like these. Sure, Sanctus, 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 sung by the Franciscans. Remember those? Sure. And the stirring Stabat Mater by Sister Euphemia and the novices. And this, of course, yes, the unforgettable Trappist Brothers, right. 50 nostalgic nifties sung in that funny dead language. Why, toes will be tapping, bodies will be swaying to Latin rhythms like these. Boy, oh boy, makes you want to stand right up and genuflect, doesn't it? Well, you can hear them all once again from Monastery Records for $6.95, but that's not all. In addition, you get a bonus LP with hits like these. Yes, that's the throbbing Dies Irae, the haunting Tantum Ergo, and the pathetic chest-beating tempo of the Mea Culpa. Send $6.95 for hits like Ave Maria, Te Taudeum Laudeamus, and the mind-blowing Panis Angelicus. 100 sacred smashes. They're all in Latin, they're all in one album, and they're all yours but act today. Exactly right. Send $6.98 to for Latin Goldies, P.O. Box 78924, Fernwood, Ohio, 43215.
A division of Gimbal Co. Enterprises.
Beautiful. We'll be right back after this important word. Stay with us. We're back with my guests, them, him, and him. You know, Lou,
Guess what?
this kind of public service that you're performing here, telling people how to buy things wisely, I think that could change America's buying habits.
Yes, well, the more change, the better, Barth.
Well, certainly couldn't agree with you more.
I thought, Lou, that that album you brought to our attention it just made me bubble all over when I heard it. I just love it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
And I think it's something that the young kids can really get behind that spiritual message. I mean, really.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Really happy.
Oh,
How would you know?
Well, I have children. One daughter's 38, the other one's 42.
Hap played for our Twist Party TV show, though. It is the ill-fated Twist Party TV
Canceled,
show.
right,
Yes,
I remember, yeah.
We got a lot of requests.
You know, Hap, if you're so young at heart, as you say, why don't you go over there and dust off the union cards on these old-timers over there and see if you can't kick up a little dust for us, huh?
Okay, we got a lot of...
Do that? Want to hear it?
Yeah, I'd like to hear it.
What do you got cooked up? Happy time.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Went to a party the other night. All the ladies were treating me right. Moving my feet to the disco duck. How in the world can I keep my seat? All of a sudden I began to change. I was on the dance floor acting strange. And waving my arms, I began to cluck. Look at me, I'm a disco duck. Whack, 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 whackity, whack, 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 whack. Disco, disco duck. Disco, disco duck.
back with my guests and Jerry. Jerry, the camera is on you. If you'd like to straighten up and maybe do your own job.
Go ahead. Don't let me hold you up. But you don't really need me to conduct some interviews. You're doing a pretty good job on yourself.
Jerry, that's not fair.
I'm not being unfair. Sometimes I feel like kind of a fifth wheel sitting here.
No, that's not true. I need you. I think everyone out there
you're the pilot, I'm the co-pilot, but I'm not getting that.
Come on. It wouldn't be the same without you, Jerry.
He's the pilot, I'm the co-pilot. You've been flying this ship pretty steady on your own.
Well, as far as going on a wing and a prayer, I know what you mean. But I think that you've been doing a pretty good job, and I think the day is not far away for sitting right here yourself.
Well, I hope so. As I said earlier, I think I'm well qualified for the job. Let's not run over the credentials again, but people out there know what I've done, what I can do, I think.
Okay, but you're still lacking some of the fine points, you know that, but I think just in the few weeks we've been here, I think, or a few days, whatever it is, I think you picked up a lot of those fine points. I'd say close to a third of them.
Uh-huh.
And I'm serious, and I think it's not going to be long before you'll be able to occupy this chair, and I mean that sincerely.
Well, no.
Maybe now, even. You want to try it?
On this show now?
You're nervous.
You're not throwing me a...
You're perspired already. No, I'm serious.
Lights. You're not throwing me a curveball here, are you?
Jerry, I believe that you got the basics. And there's one thing. You don't learn to ride a horse by sitting in bed. You learn on the horse.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you don't learn to sleep by getting on a horse either. You learn in bed.
True, yeah.
It's the same thing. And I think the only way you're going to learn this thing is to get over here in the old Major Domo's seat. And I'm not going to let you do that. Some lame thing would be easy. I'm not going to make you interview somebody who's lightweight because you're only as good as the person you're interviewing.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's right.
This is not like a Lou or a Charlie or anything like that. This is an important guest. Sorry. This is a congressman.
Congressman Chambers, who's coming on.
He is here. Do you think you're up to it?
You let me handle that ball?
Okay, now you're going to sit here.
All right.
You be me. Okay? Just sit over here. Okay? Now remember, you're still Jerry.
Yeah, I remember who I am.
Folks, there's nothing wrong with your set, okay? I'm just going to let him do this once.
Wow.
You be me and I'll be you, okay?
All right. Isn't he terrific? Seriously, though, the public may never be completely satisfied with the findings of the federal commissions on the assassination attempts of some of our top political figures. A lot of questions are still unanswered, and there are many Americans who to this day feel that there's some conspiracy which is being covered up by some federal agencies like the FBI and the CIA. Our next guest is on one of the special panels currently investigating this conspiracy theory. He has some important new information for us. Please welcome, if you will, to our panel, Congressman William Chambers. Congressman, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to get right to it. What new information do you have for us?
Well, Jerry, I've just gotten hold of some documents that are going to blow the roof off the Capitol.
Wow.
Yes, I've been home in Ohio for a week now preparing my affidavit. I'm ready to release that story now. And that story is going to shake the foundations of our federal government. A story that's going to make Watergate look like Sunday school.
You say home in Ohio. Where exactly is your home?
Well, I'm
here?
from Ashpool, Jerry, but this is no matter of regional interest. This is a matter of national importance. Three of the greatest leaders the 20th century has known are gone, and I know how and why and by whose hand.
Do you get back to Ashpool often?
Well, I try to visit my constituents regularly, but of course this investigation has taken many years, day after day,
work
time
quite
after
a strain on your home life.
Well, my family understands my problems, of course, but of course we knew that if we put all this time, it would be fruitful.
Let me ask you this. How long have you been married?
Well, I've been married for 12 years.
12 years. Congratulations.
Yes,
congratulations.
Well, congratulations. But I would much rather have the congratulations go to this investigation panel, which dug deep into the assassination and brought out the fact that...
Do you have any children? Any children?
Yes, I have a son, Bobby, 9, and a daughter, Gina, 6.
Wow,
but
congratulations. Let me ask you, what do these kids feel about their dad when they're gone so long, when you're gone, particularly on this investigation panel?
Well, of course, they miss me and I miss them.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, Now, we have
May I ask
discovered
you one
this
thing?
hard work.
Sir, how long have you been, just a minute, how long have you been actually working on this investigation?
A long time. Now, the CIA and the FBI work hand in
Could you
hand
be just
with,
a bit more specific? What does that long time mean? Break it down in terms of years. I think the people out there would like to know.
9.
9 years. So,
now,
in fact, you have been working on this investigation for all but 3 years of your married life.
No, 2. I've been on the investigation panel for 9 years,
Yeah.
but I've been married for about 12 years.
Well,
so that makes 2.
No, that would make 3.
What?
It makes 3. You said you've been married 12 years.
Well?
Now, wait a second. Let's get this straight. You said you've been investigating for 9 years and you've been married for 12 years.
Well, I didn't say exactly 12.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No.
All right. Wait a minute. This is silly. We're getting. Wait a minute. We're getting off the track here. The important thing is this. You say you've been investigating for 9 years, but you've been married for about 12 years.
Right. Now,
Okay.
Hubert
All right.
Humphrey and Lyndon Johnson together
You know what
with the
that music
CIA
means? It
and
means
the
we've run
FBI.
out of time, and it's time to move on towards the end of the show. But thanks so much for coming on and sharing this information with us. Bart, back to you. I think that tells the story right there. He's got a whole story here.